Data means information. So in this case, the data is the information about our products. For example, the product's name, the price, ratings, and the image. So right now, the information about the products or the data is inside our HTML. So in our code, if we click here to expand this element, you can see that the information about the products, for example, the name and the image, is inside the HTML. So what we need to do is to take this data and save it inside our JavaScript so that our JavaScript can use it. So let's go to our JavaScript file, and I'm just gonna put it down here so we can see it side by side. And we're going to move this data into our JavaScript. So let's remove console.log, and let's create a variable to save the data that closely products. So in list object using curly brackets. And now inside this object, we're going to save the data for the first product. And we'll search for black and gray. And this will take us to the code for the first product. And we're going to get the image for the first product. And we're going to take this and save it in our JavaScript. So let's select this code. And then at the front, we'll type a single quote, and at the edge, inside our JavaScript. So we'll copy, called click.
Duh, lapar nih. Ini snack gue. Snack and yogurt. Snack yang gak ribet, creamy, manis buahnya pas, ngenyangin. Oh, snack. Snackin aja.
We're going to save the rating into our JavaScript. So we'll type comma, and let's create a property called rating, colon. For the rating, there's actually two parts, the stars and the number of ratings that it has. So let's actually group these two values into an object because these values are related to each other. So in here, we'll make the rating an object. And each rating will have the stars, and for the socks, it's 4.5, comma, and the rating will also have a count. And for the first product, it's 87. Next, let's save the price into our JavaScript. So we'll create another property called price. And for the first product, the price is $10.90. However, JavaScript has problems doing math with decimal numbers or floats like this. So a best practice when calculating money is to calculate in cents instead of dollars. So for this reason, we're going to save the price as cents. So we'll save it as 1,090 cents. As a reminder, $1 is equal to 100 cents.
Object.
And because we're saving in cents, it's helpful to rename this property to price cents instead. So now if we scroll up, we just saved all the information or the data about the first product into our JavaScript. Next, let's go to the end here and type comma and create another object.
JS. Bahwa script search and oke. Lalu di sini cost product Strip down. Make anchoring. Price. Cents. Ratings. Star. Image. Price. Cents. Oke, price cents sama dengan 295. Let's go. Ratingsnya stars ada 4 dan countnya 107. Biasanya adalah adults akan image. Cuma 9. Ratings. Kasih koma ratingsnya masih ada starsnya 2,5 dan countnya 100 ini kan 6. Ada semua produknya sudah masuk, guys. Oke. Gimana
And we're going to save the data for the second one to try. Another
I already tried this out.
the same JavaScript. This is called a data structure. Presents a arrays. To generate each of these products, we're going to and runs the function.
Walaupun saya dari Bogor ya, jauh. Saya harus menempuh 3 jam dari Bogor sini. Pagi-pagi bangun pagi buta, nyampe sini juga harus jam 9, pulang di malam. Tapi itu semua terbayarkan sampai sini. Yang ilmu saya dapatkan bermanfaat.
Let's create a variable. Const HTML equals, and we'll create a template string. using backticks. And now inside this template string, we're basically going to copy all the HTML for one of these products. So let's go back to our HTML file. And how do we right-click left icon? So this HTML represents inside the HTML, and we'll search for and let's copy all of the code inside this element. One trick we can do is to click the arrow on the left to collapse it, and then we'll select all this code and we'll right-click, copy, and then inside our JavaScript file and paste the HTML. And if we need to fix the formatting, we can select all of this code and then press Tab a few times to add some indents. And here we can remove the indent. And let's save. So now we're basically looping through the array of products. And for each product, we're creating all of the HTML that we had before. So we're generating this HTML using JavaScript. Now let's console.log this HTML to make sure that it's working. We'll scroll down to the bottom. And here, let's console.log the HTML that we just created. If we save and then go back to our page, right-click and inspect, created 3 of these. Let's go back to our code and scroll up. Now, one problem here is that in the HTML that we generate, we don't want to have the name black and gray socks every time. For the second product, we want to have a different name and a different image. And for the third product, we want to have a different name and a different image.
Let's see.
this every time, we're going to insert O and then open it here, image. And if we start one dot stars, the product's rating and stars. So product has to exist. So right now, if we substitute and if we go into our file and then open the ratings folder, we can see that there's no image called rating-4.5. Instead, there's an image called rating-40 into 45. So that this image, we should convert it in here so that, and we'll work on replacing the count. So for each product. And remember that this is a number in cents. So we're going to cents in each, where I save generated, you'll see that it's different for each of the products. So that's how we use JavaScript to generate all the HTML here. So now the last step is we're going to combine all this HTML together into one string and put it on the web page. Let's go back into VS Code, and to combine all this HTML together, let's create a variable at the top for combining all the strings together. Now that we're generating, we're actually inserting the details about each product. If we save and the number of ratings that it has. So let's actually or floats. Object equals itself products HTML plus this string. And remember, a shortcut for this is to just type plus equals. Through an array, the result is HTML. We combined all the HTML for all the products together. And now the last step is to take this HTML and put it on the page. And we can do that using the DOM. So let's go back into our code. And to use the DOM, we're first going to get an HTML element from the page and put it inside our JavaScript. So first, let's go to our HTML file. And remember that a product-container represents one of these products here. So we're going to look for this element here, a div products-grid. So this element contains all of our products. So we're going to use the DOM to take this element, put it into our JavaScript, and replace all the HTML inside. So to put this element in our JavaScript, we're going to give it a class. So let's add a class js-products-grid and save. And let's go into our JavaScript. So I'm just going to move this down to the bottom again. And let's go into our JavaScript. So I'm just going to move this down to the bottom again so we can see it side by side. Query dot dash grid. Grid inside our Java inside inner the HTML inside here. So now we can actually
kita harus buat variabel ya. Cons product ya. Di sini kita buat yang baru cons product untuk menyimpan HTML yang berisi semua produknya. HTML sama dengan tidak cons dong. Lihat products HTML di sini nanti ada banyak di sini nanti produknya ini can be for each and for each um, version kan bisa kepada kan second L jadi sini kita tambahkan L terus sini jadi sini kita bisa dapat products kita buat nggak bisa buat Amazon plus plus yang membuat di sini plus yang memiliki di sini. Hmm, bukan bukan nah, container oke artinya produk container produk grid dokumen dokumen that where is that class product grid pengertian pengertian dengan products oke jadi yang dihapus ini di file yang mana yang kita hapus yang sebelumnya ada di kita buat jadi dinamis tidak perlu baca tulis banyak ini tinggal masukkan data produk di sini sudah jadi sebuah produk Amazon bukan yang tadi produk grid oke jadi ada di record data jadi produk konten terakhir ini sampai ke server sini kita buat produk dan itu products apa ini bentuk ini nah ini era perfect kita buat kedua mana gende jadi dia nah mantap ya oke cekep mantul oke no problem I think let's see this board oh excellent thanks no problem lalu selanjutnya kita perhatikan Selanjutnya,
Simply delete all of this, hitting it with should scroll up here. Reason that we made. So
product.presence dari set. Nah, perfect. Untuk.
So let's type generate HTML
Oke.
with JavaScript
Oke.
and click commit and yes if this shows up.
Oh gitu, kayak gini, kayak gitu. HTML using JavaScript commit, yes. Mantap. Salah Bray. Oke.
So now let's talk about the benefit of generating the HTML.
Keuntungan
So let's close
generating
Git for now,
generate HTML.
and I'll move this to the side here. So the benefit of generating the HTML is that if we want to add another product, we don't have to copy paste all of this HTML again.
Oh gitu, benar.
All we need to do is to go up to the data and add the data for a new product. So let's do an example and add a fourth product to our list.
Okay.
So at the end here, let's type a comma and create another object. And let's go to the final project. And we'll scroll down to this fourth product here. So we're going to take the data.
Projects Amazon. Super simple dev projects super. Project Amazon. Oke. Oh, kalau gitu kita tambahkan produknya. Oke. Let's try add the product. Coba kita tambahkan produk baru. Script dari website originalnya. Ini kan buat untuk belajar. Oke. Di sini kita tambahkan produk baru. Namanya siapa? Namanya tuh slot toaster plate. Oke. Set. Ini bisa enggak? Mobile logo insertion. Oke, enggak, bentar. Ini sudah membuat gambar. Nah, save image. Kita ke data web development. Ini kan intinya adalah bagaimana kita nge-solve sebuah problem. Coding itu nge-solve sebuah problem. Masuk ke sini, itu JavaScript, bla 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 bla, ke images, make product. Oh, udah ada semua coy. Udah ada semua. Tuh, black. Nah, udah ada semua, jadi nggak perlu kita lamakan. Nah, banyak deh. Name, itu buka semua. Ini untuk image-nya. Image-nya ada di slash. Nama kita sekarang ada di ke images. Ini ya. Serepet images. Program black. Nah, ini deh. Nice. tinggal kita paste images kan, lalu price sense-nya dengan sennya berapa? Berapa? 99 sen. Lalu ratingsnya ada di star. Starsnya kan, starsnya dia, starsnya dia 5. Oh, cool. 5 dan countnya dia ada di angka 197. Udah selesai, kita lihat kan. Jadi nggak ada lalu set lihat. Okay.
About this product and save it in
Okay.
ours, which project product ourselves for file select and create and save, and then go back into amazon.js. So now instead of using our own, so we'll go back to amazon.js and we're just going to delete this array. So over here, we can click this arrow to collapse the code and save. So now this variable will be coming from this file. If we go back to our project and scroll down, you can see that we created all the products in our final project. So
Jadi udah dibuatnya. Oke. Murid data produk WCS. Di produk ini dari data semua yang data kita yang script data kan langsung Amazon mana WCS. Kita pakai itu berversnya langsung tanpa basa-basi. Select. Nah, products, tapi bukan juga defense product dan image. Oke, benar. Defense products. Ada benar. Tak salah di mana keyword name image ratings. Okay, then perfect. Nah, begitu ini kita set. Oke. Nah, lalu selanjutnya yang kita perlukan ialah saat klik kan ada button. Oke, ini card kita perlu melihat dulu. Perlu kasih card. Let card sama dengan card sama dengan saat button ini dipencet dia for each products Wait. Hmm. For each product. Kita mau dimana saat button yang ditekan. Ting ya. Alert. Alert. Card. Click. Customer click event. And then for each button index add event customer. Oke, klik lalu jadi dot target card ini diklik kita mau apa, kita mau cardnya tambah dengan card dot push di push products dot id card dot push products jadi index sesuai misalnya button ini diklik ini indikan masuk kedua ini kedua button daripada kedua klik artinya indeks kedua, ya kan? Button yang ke indeks kedua klik artinya kedua lah yang kita push masukin ke dalam array tersebut. Push products index sudah selesai. Lalu card ya. Angka dari card itu sendiri ialah angka dari, nah ini dia card quantity. Dokumen dot select card quantity card quantity dot inner sama dengan card blank blank satu. Kalau kita go live ini coba live gitu kan, nah, bisa kita console.log console kan ada nama langsung. Oh kita bisa bikin ya asinkronus. Jadi kalau misalnya kita letakkan ini di dalam sini, apakah itu akan terjadi penjelasan? Kita coba bos. Kita coba cek. Oke. Lantainya. Queries letter add to cart button. Add to cart button. Add to queries letter R for each button index. Oke. Add button, look at even setengah klik. Diklik apa terjadi? Bisa diklik dan card push card push products index dan index recommended card cursor that card quantity that ini ada pada satu set mengaruh apa jadi gimana add to card button mana ya recommended queries letter R dia yang warna biru. Oke, ini taruh di atas. Oke. Kita pengaruh juga guys. Bengkai. Fantastis. Nah, coba kita taruh di bawahnya. Dan apakah bisa, apakah work gitu kan, kita coba penasaran. Dan tidak work juga. Oke, kayak gitu. Yang kita ambil, kita masukkan dalam sini. Harusnya work sih, masukkan dalam sini. Kan dia udah ada kan. Dan doesn't work. Flash firstly card quantity. Oke, tapi kok button sektornya benar. Card quantity kita menggunakan card length. Coba kok misalnya benar dokumen where is a card 4 misalnya contoh tidak bisa juga guys, kampret memang apa yang salah nih.
The way this works is that inside our Amazon.html, we're loading two JavaScript files. This JavaScript file creates all the products, and then this JavaScript file loops through the products and creates all the HTML. So keep in mind that script elements
Search gitu, jadi kita sebenarnya nggak perlu ya kan. Lalu kita di sini ada produk script, kita tambahkan script guys, script. Tambahkan search src nya ada di data. Udah jadi kita muncul guys. Nah, already been declared. Products for each product. Farah, kita Farah.
Elements are loaded one by one, so the order matters. We have to first create the products array, and then we can use.
Oh gitu, kita harus sebelum kita import, kita harus export dulu dong. Betul. Export. Export.
Save the data JavaScript. Now let's go into Git and look at our most recent change in the created. Now, one other thing I want to show you about Git is if we go, Git has a really useful feature called a history. And now, so we can open this, I'm going to select this name, right click, paste, one, save our array. Easier than copy pasting this HTML. One thing is all the data. So if it's data folder file called the data for all the. So now let's use file and then scroll down to the bottom. And then at the bottom in the script element, we're going to add, and then we'll type into the folder s. First, it will run our back.js file and generate the HTML. So back here, let's save and then go back into amazon.js. So now, instead of using
Ay, pantas lah. Nah, harusnya gini. Nah, buttonnya nih kita access buttonnya ya. Ini jadi cukup sedikit sulit guys. Button.
our. So
Sini kita itu menggunakan data box dari folder data. Sip, kita commit. Yes, commit. Lalu kita kembali ke sini.
So now this variable will be, so the Amazon Git has a really useful code. We're going to add some JavaScript in the button dash cart, and then we're going to use the DOM to add an event listener to this button. HTML query and then dash listener. So we can do something when we click the button. To do that, we'll type listener that we want to make sure. And we can also remove, and then now inside our console, and it displays added product.
Tadi kita udah coba loh, nggak bisa. Dokumen dot query selector all add to cart button. dot for each. For each-nya kita mau dia button index, habis itu button dot add event listener, klik console.log added product. Coba kita lihat apakah bisa kedetek ya, Ben. Tadi benar kok add product lalu index ya. Jadi kita maunya products index card 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 dot push products index, mau temennya index. Oke, lalu card quantity dokumen dot query selector card quantity sama dengan card dot length satu ya. Itu loh. Oh iya, dokumen dot product script berarti namanya HTML. Di ini HTML itu cuy, oke nggak bisa baca. Kalau misalnya sekarang kita klik baru bisa lihat ya. Bam, 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 bam. Invalid left hand side, invalid left hand side products corpus index. Oke, ketika kamu memberikan nilai ke satu yang tidak bisa menghasilkan. Oke, satu yang tidak konstruktor dot inner HTML. Coba so log card itu yang 10 belum bisa, nggak bisa guys. Jadi kita perlu melihat aksi div product quantity container, product quantity container. Gimana cara aksesnya? Lumayan susah nih guys. Lumayan susah. Waduh, waduh, waduh. Waduh. Waduh, waduh. Bisa ramping. Bentar. Kita mau akses pilihan di sini. Artinya harus aku harus selector all. Eh, cara query selector tapi menggunakan index. Bisa kah? Apakah possible? Di JavaScript, jika ingin memiliki elemen berdasarkan indeks menggunakan query selector all bisa menggunakan index array. Mengembalikan node list mirip array. Oke. First element. Oh gitu. Got it. Sekarang ada banget. Jadi kita bisa query selector all untuk produk quantity container. Oke, yang ini kita ambil semua. Kan dia ada misalnya ada 100 produk, artinya dia ada 100 option ini sesuai dengan optionnya. Setiap option ini punya indeks yang sama dengan produknya. Jadi di sini ya, oke, tempatkan di sini serepet produknya container dokumen ini option option dengan dokumen query selector all untuk kelas yang tadi serepet produk quantity container. Kita dapatkan produk quantity containernya, tinggal akses indeksnya nanti quantity ya, dokumen quantity kartus. Oke. Dikali 5 contoh, misal ya contoh kita mempengaruhi oke. For loops, oke, for loops for cons i kurang dari n plus let i selama itu ya. Oke, serepet n nya kita perlu dapatkan quantity-nya. Option index value index contoh kita oh 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 oh, oh, oh. Ini agak aneh sih, kita kan mau card push, kita udah ke push gitu, dan kita kan seret card di sini. Coba ya, ya, ya. Let I selama I kurang dari 5, I akan terus bertambah, di mana saat I kurang dari 5 dia akan menjalankan fungsi ini. Dan dan terjadi kenapa demikian? Console.log for for loops let I oke for let I titik koma diseparate oleh titik koma, let I sama 0 oke. Oke, sip. Bener, bisa dia work. Setelah kita tahu dia work, ini buat kita dengan option index get value. Kita coba apakah bisa. Meski kita dulu 5. Oke, gak bisa. Sekarang select cara mengambil option select dari HTML. Oh yes, correct. Value select ID. Product quantity container, yes. Product quantity container. Product quantity container div select. Oke. Class. Pikachu. Coba dam. Wow. Coba 6. Brand. Bush. Bola basket. Let's go. Okay, ticket. Go. Yes. Let's see. It's possible, right? Even though kita perlu ada fungsi. Cool, keren. Oke, lalu selanjutnya, oke.
And then look inside our console. Save this to amazon.js, and we'll figure this out together. So down here, when we click this button, solve this problem, we're going to learn step to the after and in HTML how to name the words with a dash. This is also known as kebab case, and attach any information to an element. So here we attached the product name to this button, but we can also attach the product's image or the price and so on. So now that we attached the product's name to this button, when we click this button, we can actually get the name, and this will tell us which product we should add to the cart. So let's see what this looks like in our code. So we're first gonna get, so now we're able to get console save, and we'll go into our console, and I'm just gonna move this to the left so we can see it side by side with our code. It gives us all the data attributes that are attached.
Ada the set udah, really button. Wow, udah kawan. Element. Kita di sini package. Sektor. Oke. Button.
It, click the basketballs, save, attached that, we're gonna type. Let's see what this tell us, but we can also dash name. We're gonna put the product's name, like a basketball or a t-shirt. So to do that, we're gonna insert using $ and curly brackets, product. So now click on this add to cart, it will show where we continue, and an attribute value on the right. So now that the cart, we're first this here, work on the console by side with. It gives us all the data attributes that are attached to the element. So in our case, we have the product name. Now this works just like an object. So to access the product name, we just have to type dot product capital N name. So notice that the name gets converted from kebab case to camel case. So now if we save, and let's go back to our website and click the add to cart button, it will get that data attribute from the button and display it in the console. If we click the socks add to cart button, this will tell us which product we should add to the cart. So now that we have the product name, let's actually put this into our cart. So let's go into our code, and here, let's save the product name in a variable called const product name equals, and then here, we're going to add this to the cart. So we already created a cart variable here. So we're just going to type the variable cart, and we're going to dot push into the array. And let's push an object because we said we wanted a product and the quantity. So we'll add an object containing the product name, which is this variable product name, and a quantity of 1. And that's pretty much it. We first attached the product name to the button using a data attribute. And then when we click the button, we got the product name out. And then we add the product to the cart. So at the bottom, let's console.log the cart to see what it looks like. If we save and then go here and open the console, right click, inspect console, and let's add a basketball to our cart. So we'll click here, and then in our cart, we now have a basketball with a quantity of 1. So now let's add another product to our cart. We'll go to the t-shirt and click add to cart. And now we have 2 products in our cart, 1 basketball and 1 t-shirt. So now we're successfully adding products to a cart. Next, let's try adding 1 t-shirt again. If we click add to cart, and unfortunately, this doesn't look quite right. The t-shirt product is repeated twice, and each of them has a quantity of 1. What we actually want to do
Bukan, tapi ini
is we want one t-shirt product with a quantity of 2 already in the cart. Let's create contain a is save this scope. So we'll type, and we'll make it undefined to start. And if we find a matching item, we're going to save it in this variable. So if matching, just type, we're going to here. So at the end, we can just type L, right click, and save. So now let's go into our project. Quantity of 1. Now we have a t-shirt with a quantity of 2. So that's how we solve the problem of combining 1
Gimana tuh?
and remove the new lines and save. So now let's go into our project. We'll right click.
Kita buat variabel baru matching item cart, semua objek yang ada di cart itu sebenarnya item. Kalau